This week on Barely Homesteading, we want to talk about storage in a small space. So when you have 6 people in 1,200 square feet of house, space becomes a premium, especially floor space. You can see here that we've got quite a bit crammed into our main living area. And so when you don't have floor space and you need room to store things, you start looking up. And so we have a number of shelving solutions over the walls and over the windows and doors that we have done to try to maximize our storage space. So this week we want to talk about this shelf that we made for the kitchen. It goes right above the sink. And we made it so that we would be able to grow our herbs throughout the year. It's winter time at the homestead. We've got a lot of snow on the ground. It's just way too cold for the herbs to go outside. And so with this southern exposure window, we can hopefully grow them indoors, and then if we want, transplant them outside next spring. Good morning, welcome to Barely Homesteading. Today we're going to be working on a wood project since we got 8 inches of snow yesterday, and it's going to be a shelf for the kitchen. Mama Bear wants a shelf underneath the window above the sink in the kitchen so that we can put houseplants there throughout the winter and be able to grow our herbs throughout the winter. So I've already done the glue up of boards of my shelf, did an initial sand in order to see which sides we wanted to use. And so now I'm going to, so I've got 2 boards here. I'm going to take one of these boards, cut it down a little bit, then we're going to put a routed edge on both of them and then glue them together to a sandwich to double the thickness of the shelf. So that's what we're going to work on today. Alright, so we're going to do the glue up for the brackets. I've got pieces of scrap that I've saved from other projects, and these should be big enough for what we need to do. Okay, I've got the design of the brackets traced onto my glue up. And so I'm going to do a rough cutout of these, and then we'll put them on the drum sander to get the final shape, and then we'll be able to route the edges. So I'm going to be using some headlock screws to attach this firmly to the wall so I don't have to worry about it tearing out. And it's got a fairly large head on it, but it's fairly shallow. So I'm just going to put a very shallow counterbore into my brackets that this head can then fit into. Okay, so after 2 coats of polyurethane, we're ready to hang the shelf. Now originally I had envisioned this shelf as a floating shelf, but as you can see, the tile goes all the way up to just at the bottom of the window seal. And so to make this a floating shelf, I'd have to go through the tile. And if we ever wanted to take it down later, that would leave holes in the tile, and I didn't want to have to deal with that. So that's why we have the brackets on here. So Engineer Bear, if you want to come help me. Now I have put the brackets on loosely so that we can get it right up against the sides of the windowsill. Oh! Alright, so when we were hanging the shelf, we actually broke the bracket. The reason why is because the gap right here under the windowsill trim was just enough to put pressure on there and crack it. So we'll have to glue that back together and hang it up another day. So our new shelf is working out quite well. Herbs are able to get a nice southern exposure sun even here in the winter, and hopefully we will have fresh herbs throughout the year now. So for Bearly Homesteading, this is Lumberjack saying use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. See you next time. Please like and subscribe.